That meant fly route kept going all the way into the end.
Be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Go. And following the interception, we'll see.
Old college coach right now, he always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game, get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier, knock him down for a loss.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove.
And that's caught inside the 30. A pickup there of 37. And the Rams are going to get a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now on second down, this is Gurley. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there. And it brings up 4th down. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you can points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Aaron Donald weighs nearly 300 pounds, but he does have the ability to make himself skinny in a hole, which means it's hard to block him, and that's how he gets upfield and makes the plays we just saw. How about that? His second tackle for a loss in this game.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Percy Harvin, the intended receiver there, and that'll make it third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this is caught by Watkins. 15 yards through the air on a first down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway. So here we go, first and 10 now. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So McCoy adding to his yardage total in this one. Last year, 895 yards in his first season in Buffalo. Of course, he had Charles 4,000-yard years in Philadelphia.
And you know the man they call Shady wants to throw some shade at the Eagles for ever letting him go. He wants a big year in 2016.
He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and it's 3rd and short.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt. And they're going for it on 4th down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out in the pistol. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. So on now is the All-Pro punter from 2015 out of Oregon State, Johnny Hecker, to kick it away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. On first down, it's Taylor. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's first down, Buffalo.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Here we go!
Now Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's fourth down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Throwing is Mannion. Got his man over the middle. This is quick. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful. You let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Mannion. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, it'd be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. Someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front. Really well done.
That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, look at 56.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man, it's Allen. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on what this is about. They'll come out in the pistol. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let them know that that receiver's crossing from your zone.
Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. One receiver left, that's Allen. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams at... The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Here's Percy Harvin now on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way,
it's caught inside the 25. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Come on, let's go. 1, 9, 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And his pass incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. That'll bring up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever time. Type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, Taylor. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second.
The 2nd quarter strong. A little bit of time left. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now it's 2nd and 7. Allen alone to the right.
Now let's go.
Throwing is Mannion. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Mannion. And he fires one that's intercepted. And some room to work. A great read, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. That's complete. It's Brian Quick. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. A gain of 6 there on first. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. I think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up the score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Normally, sure-handed Sammy Watkins had it and lost it. And that'll bring up second down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
10th carry now for McCoy. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 40 now. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. They come up in an offset eye. Now Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Shaq Lawson, the rookie, with a tackle. And quickly, they get to the line.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player. That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Austin's got it left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They try right side here. Gurley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, Now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They're going to look to throw. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing is Mannion. And the catch made by Kenny Brent. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Here's Mannion. And he fires one, but incomplete. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 46 yards out. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here come the Bills. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, here's Taylor.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. And now it's 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, Taylor. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They'll give him 8 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
Here's McCoy. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. He'll get the football here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll sneak it with Taylor. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And give them credit. That's a good, solid gain there in the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to...
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And he will find his man. It's Kenny Brett. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Gurley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And now it's 3rd down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! Blue 90! Let's go! Blue 90! Black 99 Philly, here we go! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now look at 56. Look at Blue 90! Detroit!
Back to the ground game here. Gurley trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up. No crazy.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Taylor going to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the #1 thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Another pistol look here. Cuts left. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now it's Taylor rolling to his right. Chris Gregg, his tight end, was the intended target. And it's third down. It's third down, 6 yards to go for the offense.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
One receiver right is Watkins. Taylor will throw. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go!
Throwing now is Taylor. Finding time. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Taylor to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And this one is incomplete. So a little team that receives the ball scores a touchdown. It's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On second down, here's Taylor. His throw incomplete. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Taylor. And he comes back with one complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go with McCoy. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. 1st and 10. It's Taylor out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On 2nd down, Taylor dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll run it with McCoy. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 8 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. It's Taylor over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now Taylor on 1st down. Left side here, caught by Clay. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
He was looking for Watkins that time, and it's 3rd down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. 1 man on the backfield. That's McCoy. 1 receiver right is Watkins. A fake to rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So a pressure kick here for Dan Carpenter. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the Bills have taken the lead. All right, so they're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now it'll be up to their defense to try and see this one out.
So remember now, a field goal on this next drive would get us to sudden death. Any kind of turnover or turnover on downs would end the game, as would any touchdown. So this one's still very much up in the air.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
It's a gain of 21 that time, and it'll be first down Rams. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, it's Gurley. And blocked down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll be a Los Angeles first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
On the counter, Gurley. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Here we go.
On the give, this is their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Gurley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. 1 receiver left, that's Allen. Here's Mannion. That's caught at the 3. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up one.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A great game, partner. Spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game.